As a solo Salesforce consultant, I need a way of understanding errors that happen in my clients' orgs. This means what caused the error, as well as any record data that could be useful for debugging. With Nebula Logger, I can get all of this data and more with just a few lines of code. Today, I want to show you how I use Nebula Logger to get better error reporting for customizations built in Salesforce, as well as how I get notified instantly for any errors that just occurred. If you don't know who I am, my name's Justin. I've been a Salesforce developer for over 5 years, and I make these videos to help devs just like you. Within Salesforce, there's standard logging capability. We can simply write system.debug inside our code to read at a further date. While this approach works for simple debugging within development, this falls apart quickly from managing production code. This is because debug logs have limitations like a 24-hour expiration date, a 20 megabyte individual log size limit, as well as a 1000 megabyte total org limit. There's also no ability to perform things like instant notifications when there's an error or connect related stack trace. Enter Nebula Logger, a free open source project created by Jonathan Gillespie. This package allows you to fully customize your logging needs. Some of my favorite features of Nebula include adding a callout information to logs, tie additional relevant record data, as well as save the logs for as long as you need. And to get started, we can install this by simply clicking on the link for your environment from the Nebula Logger GitHub page. Now, to begin logging, we need to transform our old debug logs into logging code. We can take this debug statement and turn it into a logging statement where we use the logger class, as well as we save our logs at the end of the transaction. And while there are multiple debug logs available, I tend to use the following. And while simple messages in logs have their place, the true power of Nebula Logger is the ability to tie related data to our logs. This means that when we're working with database methods, S-object records, as well as callouts, we can tie all of this data to a given log. Take the following method that inserts a lead into Salesforce. This method would fail because there's no name tied to the lead. If we wanted to log this failure, we could transform the code to the following, where we go and use the save result and tie it to the additional logger record. The resulting log showcases the database error as well as a link to the record. Another way I use Nebula Logger is working with callouts. When building integrations, unexpected errors occur. When this happens, I want to know what I sent to the service, what data I received, and what data was in Salesforce. Using Nebula Logger, we can take a simple callout using named credential and see the related callout data by adding these logging methods. This results in a log record that contains all the information needed to debug a callout. Keep in mind, these methods that add additional details are all chainable. So in theory, as well as practice, logs could contain record data, callout details, as well as database errors. One problem you may run into is that these logs are not tied together in any way. If you run this in a production environment, you may have a batch class or queueable that logs hundreds or thousands of logs within a single run. We can group these by setting the parent transaction ID on the logger object. Here is a sample implementation using queueable. We have a class variable that holds the transaction ID. If that transaction ID is blank, we can go and get the original transaction ID, and then we go and set this when we're going and using the class. In future runs through this, we'll use that same transaction ID. One final thing you may want to do is log data in a Lightning Web Component. We can use a similar approach to Apex, where we instantiate the logger Lightning Web Component, then log, then save the log. This would create an equivalent log in Salesforce. Similarly, we can log exceptions as follows, where we change the log level and add the exception message. Now that we have some logs, we can use the pre-built dashboards to view what is occurring within Salesforce. Here we can see all logs created for a time period broken down by the log level, the Apex class, and the running user. And while dashboards are great for understanding errors at a high level, they don't provide any insight into errors happening until you open the dashboard. However, Nebula Logger also has a way of sending notifications. Using the infamous Salesforce software Slack, we can receive instant notifications. To configure this, we need to install the Nebula Logger Slack plugin, and then we need to create a Slack app. We can do so by going to this URL. We can create from the manifest and select our desired workspace, and then we can save. From here, we need to go to the incoming webhooks tab, activate them, and add a URL for our channel. From here, we can use this URL and paste it inside Salesforce. Copy this URL, then go to custom metadata and the logger parameters Slack endpoint, paste that in. You can also edit the log levels you will receive from notifications via the Slack notification logging level name. And now you have instant notifications anytime something goes wrong in your org.